Well, no, normally what Big Brother does, whenever you just come out from Big Brother, everyone looks at you as, oh, the Big Brother star, the reality star, before any other thing that you're trying to do. And I think the reason why that happens is because most people who go for Big Brother, they're usually not already in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
It's when they come out, they're like, okay, let me use
Let's
this
use
fame.
this to do something.
But for me, it's totally different. I've been there before, and I just wanted the platform to just do everything on a bigger level.
Right.
So
let me look for trouble. The 24 hours when we didn't hear anything from you after you left the house, where were you? What was going on?
I was just in my hotel room.
Right.
Yeah, I was just trying to process everything, get used to. Yeah, that was it.
That was it. Nothing. Nobody was begging you. You were not shouting at anybody. You were not.
What? No.
When we don't hear anything, we like to assume there is drama. Maybe they're apologizing. Maybe you are negotiating. Maybe not.
I wasn't talking to anyone. I was just on my bed alone. I wasn't even with my phone. Nothing. I was just.
Right. So when you come out of the Big Brother house, what is that? So first, people always have this fiction that when they enter the Big Brother house, I will play the game, I will act, I will etc. But you can see, first and foremost, I think those who make noise about playing the game are the ones that when they enter the house, there is no game. But is there something in the house and that makes people forget that they are being watched?
The thing is, it's just normal. Whenever you are in a place for such a long time, even if you are acting or at some point you just forget now because you have to live your life now. You can't be tense all the time or be prim and proper every single time. At some point you relax. And the cameras, the ones we can see at least, they're very small. They're small, so like
it's easy to
can't be looking
forget.
up all the time to check. So. It's easy to forget.
And then when you come out to the world, what is the feeling? What happens? Like when you come out, can you describe, this is a once in a lifetime experience.
Even now, I'm still trying to get used to it. And it's been almost a month. I'm still processing it. It's just strange. Everyone's calling you. Yeah. People who haven't spoken to me in the last 5-6 years, they're all calling. Erica, darling, how you doing? I'm just like, this is like. So, and then, like, if I step into it, everyone's like, Erica. I'm just like, okay. Well, it's been cool. Well, and the thing is, I'm kind of used to it because I was acting before, so at least other times, and especially when the movie came out on Netflix, just before going to Big Brother, people were like, Erica, are you the one? You're the one from that? People even used to call me Nifemi from the movie.
From the movie, yes.
So I was used to it, but on a smaller level. This one is now everybody's running to hug me, like the crowd moving. So it's overwhelming, but I'm getting used to it.
And then this love. First and foremost, you did a GoFundMe.
So
in dollars, so. So first, then there's this army waiting for you before you come out.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't know that this is happening when you're in the house. Yes. So you come out and there's an army, even if you have a team running your social media, but you don't know how it's working until you come out, which I think is one of the beauties of Big Brother. So when you come out and you see this army, what goes through your mind? And does it scare you?
It does. It does. When I saw it, I was shocked. Because I was wondering, what did I do that made all these people even... Wow.
Yes.
So being myself actually works for me. Wow. Thank God I was myself. That's what I just kept telling him. I was like, thank God I was myself. Thank God I wasn't acting or I wasn't faking it or trying to play a game. Because if I was someone else now, they wouldn't be able to identify with me. There was a time I read... there was a time Dear Erica was trending.
Yes.
And people were saying the reasons why they love me. And I was very touched. I felt very emotional that day. But the number one thing I noticed from that, the reason why people love me is because they can see a little part of themselves in me.
In you, yes, that is it. That's
because I was vulnerable. I was open about all my insecurities, all my happiness, my sadness, everything. So I'm just happy about that.
You were not worried? You were not scared that people would judge you?
The thing is, when I was in the house, I'm very emotional. Sometimes I act without thinking, and then I'm just like, why did I do that? Why did I say that? But later, okay, like when that happened over and over in the house, I was just like, why am I beating myself up? Yeah. Can I do anything? Can I go and change? I can't change it. Right. I will just continue to be myself because that is how I am. When we went into this house, the producers of the show, even at the audition, they kept telling us, be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. We know this is a game, but be yourself. So that's just what I continue to do. I'm just going to be myself. And even if I'm a little too vulnerable, that's how it is. I can't change myself. I can try and make myself better, but I can't completely change myself. So that was it. Yeah.
Who was this friend in the house that you thought you had?
Oh, kid.
Okay, we need to be sure now. We need to be sure. But I mean, what's happening on that front?
Good friends.
What is that? What my name is this?
He's a great guy, no.
Okay. So is he giving you a friendship ring?
Oh, friendship ring. I don't know. Let's ask him.
Let's ask him.
Give me a friendship ring. I don't know.
But you guys are just friends because you guys had a relationship in the house now.
Did he say? I don't know. Both of us didn't say.
That's why we're asking you. That's why it's an interview. So what is it? What is it? People are very interested in that. I mean, we're so interested that they called his father into interviews. The father was trendy. Like, don't you understand? Like, this thing is an entire telenovela.
Yeah, but like, things are good. That's what I can say.
So that's what you would say.
Things are good. Right. And right now, career is the most important thing. That's where all my focus is. Right. But things are good.
Okay, we'll take that. Why do you think you guys connected?
Our personalities, everything was just effortless. At first, it was just flirting. But I like the fact that it progressed like gradually. Just went through different steps, and then towards the end, we got really, really close. Yeah, he was like my best friend in the house. Yeah, and now we're still like very, very close. Yeah, we're getting even closer and closer. So
I want to come to career because I'm very interested in what Erica does next. Okay. Movie producers been contacting you.
Oh, of course, they have been. I've been directing them to Upfront and Person.
And your family? Like, tell me about your family. Like, I don't know a lot. Are you from a close family when you came out? How did that whole?
Okay, well, I live on my own, so I've been on my own forever. But like, I'm an only child for my mom and my dad. We're cool. Everything's okay.
How did you feel about
me going?
Your life post the house. That's
Being supportive. I spoke to my mom and my dad. I've seen my mom. Like, she came, she was very, very supportive. At first, I was even scared that she would be disappointed. No, she wasn't. She was nice. She hugged me. She was just like, okay, we'll be fine. Should I stay with you? She was very nice.
Very
I was just like, that's cool, that's cool. Right. So, like, everything is just working fine now.
I want to go back to, the show. Did you watch the final show?
No, I didn't.
It moved on.
Yeah.
Why don't you watch it?
No, the thing is not because of anything. I think what was happening that day I was in a family friend's house. Right. That was it, and we were having like family discussion. That was not like anything.
Did you vote for anybody in the finalists?
I was voting for Dora.
Right. Because and also Dora was a bit close-ish to you in the house.
I like Dora. Like she's closer to me than all the people that were in the house. So
when you're talking to a young person who wants to come into this show now, what would you say to them?
I'll tell them, see a shrink before you go for Big Brother.
Really?
Yeah, see a shrink maybe for like 2-3 months. Prepare yourself. Be tough.
Right.
Make sure you're not as emotional as I am.
But they will say that being emotional works out for you.
Yeah, but people would not go into Big Brother trying to copy another person. Be mentally strong. See a shrink. That's major. Your fans then said this is now like a format where before the end of the show, the last few weeks, when there are two very popular people, then suddenly one of them is disqualified, and then the other one is. I mean, not that people are cheating, but that maybe that's the way to create excitement. Maybe that's a way. No, well, I did not expect to be, or I did not plan to be disqualified, so I don't know about that. I'm sure whoever was disqualified will not say, I want to be disqualified.
But even just something occurs to me now, like this, the entire Big Brother machine has become an entire machine. Do you understand? It's just like people hire social media people go at it. Fans don't just fan and go. It's like war. Why?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why. We should ask the fans. The thing is, for me, what I can do is just tell my fans, please, let's not fight. I don't want all that. This person's fan base is fighting with this one. I don't want that because it's still rubber for me, and I don't want any form of stress. Please, my fans, I beg. Let's just ignore. Let's be peaceful. Let's focus on me and my happiness and our own happiness. Let's focus on how to make each other grow. If we're having groups, elite groups, the groups will be all about how to make all of us secure the bag, be successful, not focusing on any negative anything. So I think that's the best thing to do.
What would you say is the biggest lesson you learned from, I mean, we've talked about it, but just to go back from the last week and the events that led to your disqualification, what would you say is the lesson that you took from that?
The lesson I took from that is do not let your emotions get the best of you. And that's it. Just be a stronger person emotionally. And I'm getting there. I'm very grateful for the opportunity because it's helped me see my flaws, and now that I see my flaws, it will not happen again. So I'm very happy about that.
Right. When you went into the house, Nigeria's movie industry has completely changed in those few months. So, we're hearing that King of Boys is going to be on Netflix. We're hearing that this one's going to be on this. We're hearing that this one has been acquired. This one has been sold. When you look at that the way the industry has like in the past few months exploded, how does it make you feel? Are you excited?
I'm very optimistic. It's like, okay, this is double blowing. I'm blowing. I'm going to blow worldwide soon now. When people watch my movies on Netflix, I'm very happy because that's always been the goal. And I feel like it was so slow for the past 5 years, and all of a sudden now everything just moving. But it's good because I've put in all the work within those years. So
called beef stemmed from the fact that, yes please, it stemmed from the fact that Ebuka had questioned me about how I felt about Lekon and Erica's relationship. And I said the truth. I said how I felt. And I would say it over and over again if I had to. I didn't know about what impact it had outside, and I didn't care. After that, maybe 1 week after, she was questioning about me and Nia's relationship. I don't think she was that straightforward at first, until Ebuka was like, oh really? Because weren't you blah blah blah? That's the difference between me and her. I don't do tit for tat. I say how I feel, not to hurt your feelings, but to get the message across. I'll say the truth, and I'll say the truth that everybody can see. Everything that came out of my mouth was not from a bitter place, but from a place of truth. The truth can be bitter, unfortunately. But when I'm talking, I'll say the things that I know it's not just me seeing. And not a lot of people like that. Erica, I have no personal beef with her. I feel like it was a sad thing when she was disqualified. Nobody wants to be disqualified. You don't get your winnings after, why would you? But Lekon is not to blame for that. I'm not to blame for that. I don't, like that's a completely separate thing. Erica, I have no personal issue with her. In fact, the only issue I have when it comes to Erica right now is the constant grilling from her friends everywhere. I don't mess with death threats. I don't mess with constant insults. If not for the fact that I have thick skin and I'm good at ignoring things, this would have been a completely different issue.
Wow.
I don't like bullying. And I'm scared for, if it was another person that was in my shoes, would they be able to handle something like this?
So have fans or friends have come up to you, like bullied you online?
Like, what I'm seeing is bad. And the people that handled my social media are telling me it's 100 times nicer than what they were seeing whilst I was in the house. Constant death threats. The police had to get involved.
Wow.
Just so.
Most definitely, I'm planning on taking acting very seriously. I plan on going to an acting school, to make it, When I come into Abuja, very soon, very, very soon, we're already working on that as well. Don't allow Kaisha to use Kayamata for you. Why not talk like that? Kayamata really work for me. I'll be going to fix. What's the level?
Okay, see who we have here. The queen of the party. You already know.
Yep. Yeah, we have to.